When are you going to move in with me? My house is too big for just me alone. Hurry up and be here already.
Hi, Olivia. I wasn't expecting a message from you. And now you're jumping straight to the topic of moving in together?
You're so uptight. There's no need for formal greetings between us, right?
As I've mentioned before, we're not considering living together.
Why not?
Because we'd like to spend our newlywed period as just the two of us. We might think about living closer together in the future. But you're still in good health, and we visit often enough, don't we?
It's not enough. I want to see my son every day. I want to live with him.
But he feels the same way I do. And you agreed when we got married that we wouldn't live together, didn't you?
I only agreed because I didn't want my son to hate me. But in reality, living apart is out of the question. I can't let go of my precious Jason.
He's already over 30 years old. Isn't it time to let him go?
What are you talking about? The bond between a mother and child is forever. A mother always wants to take care of her child, no matter how old they get. But of course, someone who hasn't experienced motherhood wouldn't understand that.
While the bond between parents and children is important, independence is also important. We've created a new family together. Please, trust him and watch over us.
Oh, Jesus. I never should have let him marry such a spiteful woman. A wife who tries to tear apart a mother and her son is nothing but a nuisance. I hope Jason wakes up soon and realizes he can't be happy with you.
You don't like me very much.
Of course not. If you refuse to move in with me, you're clearly a mean-spirited wife.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
You haven't had kids yet, so there's still time. Just get a divorce.
We're not getting a divorce. We've even planned our honeymoon.
A honeymoon? I want to come too.
No, it's our honeymoon.
So what?
Parents don't usually go on honeymoons with their children.
Why not? It's not a big deal.
It is. Please, stay home.
That's so unfair. I want to go. I haven't traveled in years.
It's strange to have to explain this, but honeymoons are for the couple. We'll invite you on another trip. Please be patient this time. Well then.
Wait.
What now?
Where are you going for your honeymoon?
It's a secret.
Why won't you tell me?
You're planning to come along, aren't you?
And if I am?
I've already said no.
Stingy!
No matter what you say, no means no.
The thought of my son traveling alone with a woman drives me crazy. You're probably planning to get all lovey-dovey with him.
We're married. It's normal, isn't it?
But he's my precious son.
This conversation is going nowhere.
Why are you being so stubborn?
Enough. Goodbye.
Wait! I'm not finished yet. I need to talk to you.
Olivia, this is sudden again. How can I help you?
It's about our conversation yesterday. take me on your honeymoon.
No, we won't.
It's going to be fun. Where are we going?
Do you have a problem reading? I told you no yesterday.
I don't like cold places. Let's go somewhere warm.
Please, stop ignoring me.
Oh, come on. Whether it's 2 people or 3, it's all the same.
It's not the same at all. To be honest, you'd just be in the way.
Whoa, that's a harsh blow. I might get a nosebleed.
If that's all, consider yourself lucky.
I raised Jason all by myself.
Thank you for your hard work. From now on, we'll work together as a couple. So you can relax.
You don't understand the pain of a mother losing her child. Because you don't have one yet.
Saying you've lost your son because he got married is the problem here. He chose to marry me.
He's always been a kind boy who couldn't ignore a stray dog.
Are you calling me a stray dog?
That would be too cute for you, wouldn't it? Why are you so against traveling with me anyway?
Because honeymoons are for couples. Besides, you criticize me every time we meet or text. Why would I want to travel with you?
I'm just trying to communicate with you.
Anyway, the honeymoon is just the 2 of us. The destination is a secret.
No, I'm coming.
We can plan a family trip sometime later.
I don't want to hear about some vague future trip.
But we've already booked for 2 people.
Detective Olivia has figured it out.
What?
Jason doesn't like flying, so it's not overseas. It must be somewhere in the country within driving distance.
Uh-huh.
And since he likes the ocean, it must be somewhere in the south.
Maybe.
Stop hiding it and just tell me.
Never.
You selfish woman. Hugging my precious son all to yourself.
Can't you understand we want to have some time alone as a couple?
No, I can't. I married a poor man, never had a honeymoon, and he died young. My life has been full of hardship.
We know. Jason appreciates you. That's why we'll make sure to take care of you from now on. Isn't that enough?
No, which is why I'm making a fuss.
We also want kids, and once they're born, traveling will be difficult. This is our chance to relax together as a couple.
Leave the grandchildren to me. I'll raise a boy who looks just like Jason.
It might not be a boy.
The first grandchild is always a boy. We need an heir.
Are you seriously talking about heirs in this day and age?
Of course. Jason is an only child. It's your duty to have a son.
One piece of advice. If you don't respect boundaries with me, you're in for a lonely old age.
No, I'm not. Jason would never abandon me. It's you who will be left alone.
You always have a comeback, don't you?
You'll never beat me.
Well, since you don't know our travel dates, there's nothing you can do.
Tell me.
No.
Then I'll ask Jason.
It's useless.
Why?
Because I've threatened him with divorce if he tells you. He won't say a word.
What a devil you are.
It's an honor to hear that from you, the Saturn mother-in-law.
You witch! You'll regret this.
Don't strangle yourself with your own meddling.
You! Infuriating woman! I need my blood pressure meds.
Hi, Olivia. Do you have a moment?
What do you want? It's rare for you to text me. What's going on?
Did you come over to our house today?
What? No, I didn't.
That's strange. There are signs that someone broke into our house.
Oh, really? Maybe you went out without locking up.
No, the door was locked when I came back. But the house is a mess.
Oh, my.
So there are burglars who lock up behind them nowadays.
Modern burglars must be a different breed.
It was you, wasn't it?
What? How dare you accuse me of being a thief? Why would I sneak into your house?
You wanted to find our travel brochures and figure out our plans, right?
I would never do such a thing.
Then you won't mind if I call the police, right?
No, don't.
Why not?
Well, the police are busy. Calling them over a break-in would be a nuisance for them.
It's their job.
Let's just drop it. All that's left is to wait for your trip.
Some things are missing. Do you know where my photo album is?
No idea.
I barely have any memories of my parents. That album is my only keepsake, and now it's gone.
What's the point of clinging to memories of people who are no longer here?
You knew that taking it would hurt me the most, didn't you? You're rotten to the core.
You probably misplaced it yourself. Don't blame me.
Can you give me back my money too?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
My savings are gone. I have been collecting quarters in a big whiskey bottle.
That's what you get for hiding it. It's karma.
I left it because even coin exchanges charge high fees now.
Just let it go. It's embarrassing to make such a fuss over some quarters.
I've been saving since I was single. I can't just let it go.
Then it must have added up to quite a bit.
Why do you sound so happy about it?
Oh, I'm just surprised, that's all.
It weighed over 20 pounds.
I couldn't have carried it on my own for sure.
Huh, you've got the build of a refrigerator, so that's hard to believe.
How dare you! How would I even get in without a key in the first place?
You must have made a copy of our key at some point. A mother-in-law who interferes this much. You wouldn't think twice about secretly making a copy of the key during one of Jason's visits.
You're so prejudiced.
If you're going to deny it, we have nothing more to discuss. I have to prepare for a trip now.
What preparation? Just toss some underwear and socks in a plastic bag.
Anyway, don't get any weird ideas about coming along on our trip.
Sure. It's such a beautiful day for a honeymoon trip.
Olivia, how do you know we're leaving today?
Don't try to hide things from me. It's useless.
I see. But knowing the date doesn't mean anything. You can't do anything about it.
Oh, I'm coming with you.
Excuse me?
I was so excited I couldn't sleep last night. Jason will be thrilled to have me there too. I worked so hard to find out your destination, so I decided to come along.
So it was you who broke into our house, right?
Does it even matter now? I'm already with you. Let's enjoy the honeymoon together.
What do you mean, with us? I don't see you anywhere.
Of course not. I'm in the trunk.
The trunk? You're kidding, right?
You were going to leave me behind, so I hid in the trunk.
But how did you get in the car?
I borrowed the spare key and snuck in 30 minutes before you left.
This is unbelievable.
We should be near Miami by now. Let me out. My back hurts from crouching in here, and it's so hot.
Miami? What are you talking about?
Isn't it the honeymoon destination?
No, we're going to Hawaii.
Huh?
We're at the airport now.
But Jason is afraid of flying.
Where did you get that information? He travels for work all the time now. He's long over it.
Why didn't he tell me about it?
Which 30-year-old man reports, "Hey Mom, I'm not afraid of flying anymore"?
I thought there was no way he'd fly. I figured you'd be going to a beach resort within driving distance. That's why I aimed for Miami.
You jumped to conclusions on your own. I never said anything about Miami.
Wait, so who's driving this car? Where are they going?
Jason said he lent it to a friend.
Where to?
No idea. I think they mentioned driving across the country.
No. Does that mean they'll be driving for a long time?
Probably, though they'll take breaks along the way.
Get me out of here. Open the trunk now.
Jason's been trying to call his friend, but he's not answering. Probably because he's driving.
I thought I'd be in here for only about a few hours.
Looks like you'll enjoy the drive a bit longer.
I can't take it anymore. Get me out.
That's what you get for trying to tag along without permission.
I just couldn't stand the thought of Jason enjoying a trip with only you.
Your child-rearing days are over. You should have known your place. But you meddled.
I'll be more careful next time.
I don't believe you.
I mean it.
Once we have kids and go on family trips, you want to come along too.
Is that so wrong?
See? And you'll probably want to tag along on their school trips as well.
That's okay, isn't it? And just to watch over them.
I give up.
You're way too stingy.
Speaking of which, what did you do with my photo album and the quarters I saved?
I don't know. I didn't take them.
Then I'll go to the police.
All right, I took them.
I knew it. Make sure to return them.
I spent the money. I'm using the album as a trivet.
You've got to be kidding. Those are my precious memories.
It was the perfect size.
What did you spend the money on?
I wanted to get a travel bag and some clothes, and I ended up getting all brand name stuff. I spent it all.
Can't believe this. That was money I saved up carefully over the years. You wasted on things that don't even suit you.
You think I don't look good in brand names?
It's true.
I just wanted to splurge once at a fancy store.
Did you pay with quarters?
Of course not. I paid a fee to get them exchanged.
I'm going to press charges for break-in and theft.
What are you talking about? We're family. There's some law that says it's not a crime.
It is a crime. I have a dangerous mother-in-law, so I looked into it.
Wait, am I going to get arrested?
Do you know why I kept saving that money without using it?
You said it was because of the high exchange fees.
No. I wanted to take the parents of the person I marry on a trip someday.
You mean?
I don't have parents, so I dreamed of getting along well with my new family.
Oh, if that's the case, you should have told me sooner.
Even if I had told you, you'd have tried to come on our honeymoon.
I understand your feelings now. I'll wait patiently for the next trip.
That's pointless. You'll be long gone by then.
Why?
Because there will never be a trip with you.
I just hid in our trunk, used your photo album as a trivet, and took the quarters you saved since you were single.
The fact that you say just shows you're not sorry at all. I'm tired of this. I'm sick of you asking about grandkids right after the wedding and showing up at dinner unannounced to criticize the nutritional balance.
I'll stop.
I can't trust someone who lies and breaks promises.
Are you going to cut ties with me?
I'm glad you're quick on the uptake.
Oh, please don't. And hurry up and get me out of this trunk. It's scorching in here.
I'm about to say something horrible.
What?
You should stay in there forever.
That's cruel.
I know.
So, Hawaii, right? I'll follow you there.
Do you have a driver's license or passport? You don't, do you? You haven't taken a flight for a long time.
I'll go get one now.
It's not something you can get immediately.
I'll wait as long as it takes. I'll get some kind of ID and follow you to Hawaii.
By the time you get it, we'll be back.
Oh.
Enjoy your solo trip to Hawaii.
You little...
We're about to leave, so I'm turning off my phone. Aloha.
It's just you wait.
Jason's friend was driving for hours without noticing Jason's calls. When he finally stopped at a gas station and opened the trunk, he nearly fainted. Finding an unknown elderly woman lying there, barely conscious, was quite a shock. Olivia was eventually rushed to the hospital with a heat stroke. Fortunately, she survived, and Jason and I were relieved. Upon returning from our honeymoon, we went straight to the police and filed a complaint. Olivia was arrested for theft and breaking and entering and was fined. She agreed to return the money she stole. But having wasted her savings, she now juggles multiple part-time jobs from morning till night to make ends meet while repaying us. As for me, I found out I was pregnant shortly after our honeymoon. I'm now busy raising our child. Obviously, Olivia wants to see her grandchild, but I have no intention of letting her. People might think I'm cold-hearted, but I haven't forgiven her. She defaced the photos in the album she stole from me, drawing glasses and beards on my parents' faces out of spite. Considering I didn't confront her about it, I think I deserve more credit for my restraint. Next year, our son will turn 1, and we're planning to take a trip to Miami as a family of 3.